Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elijah Thomas Jr., and I am currently employed with Midwest Case Management. I work from the hours of 8 a.m. until whenever, because we need all the time in the world to serve our clients when they need assistance, and that could be hours way into the wee hours of the night. I've been working with Midwest for 2 years now, and I work in the expungement division. In the expungement division, we clean up people's criminal records and their arrest records. And we also clean up their driving records so they'll be able to obtain a driver's license and to have all of those things removed from their driving record. Yes, and the reason I work at Midwest Case Manager is simply because I enjoy the look on the people's face after we clean up their background as well as their driving record, and it's a joy of happiness, and it brings a joyful meaning into my life because there's something that I'm doing along with the rest of the staff at Midwest to assist the people in our community.
Elijah, you've done some other things beyond the expungement, isn't that right?
Yes, that is correct. I also worked in Midwest substance abuse areas where we work with evidence-based programs such as Crime for Life, Crime Solution, and also programs in family strengthening. We deal with a lot of families that have issues from within and where the court sends them to us, and then we work diligently with the family to bring the family back together so they can have a structured family environment. But as far as our substance abuse program goes, we deal with people from cocaine, heroin, opiates, any drugs out there. We do a 12-panel drug testing in order just to keep track of our clients and see if they stop using or if there's some deceleration in there.
When you're talking about how sometimes this stretches on late into the night, do you remember the story about Arnold and how he's looking for his girlfriend in the middle of the night?
Yes, we had a client in Gas City, Indiana. He came to us from Gas City Courts, and Arnold was the employee with Walmart Corporate Distribution in Gas City. And Arnold's about 18 years old. Well, he had a very good job at the time, and he got in our program. He did so well until one night about 3 o'clock in the morning, Arnold called me and he said, "I'm just going through a lot of changes. I'm about to relapse because my girlfriend left with another guy and all that." And I told Arnold, "Just sit tight at that restaurant and I'll come to you." And so I got out there, went to Arnold that night, and I stayed with him all that morning. And finally, after we talked it over for a couple hours, I took him home. And I went back the next day, picked him back up, took him to get his card so he can go to work. That's just one of many things that our staff do at Midwest to assist our clients, because when you're working with people that got substance abuse issues, it's never too early or too late to work with them. You have to continue to work with them because these people started to put their hope and faith in you. So if you offering them some hope, then you got to be there for them.
We're just talking about a guy, the new guy we're working with right now named Harold.
Yes, Mr. Harold is an older gentleman. He come in, he's in his middle part of his 70s, and he has some physical handicaps. He walks with a cane, he's hurting. He come in from the course for a program with us, but Mr. Harold was talking about he has no shoes, and our director of Midwest, Mr. Rob Dawalt, went out and secured some shoes for Mr. Harold, and Mr. Harold talked about he was hungry, so we arranged to help him get food, and we're working with him to get him some clothes, and Rob is working with him now to get him some glasses so that he can't see, and I am working to get him a bus pass so he can be able to ride the bus instead of walk down to our office.
Remember the twin boys that you worked with last spring?
Yes, I worked with Elijah and Isaiah, a couple of twin boys. They was biracial boys, but they came from a home that was sort of like turned upside down, like a pineapple upside down cake. And these boys had no structured environment. They didn't have any parent discipline because the mother was in the program as well. We never seen the father. He never came to participate in the program in the boys' lives. So it tells me that he's not in their lives outside the program. So we worked with those twin boys for I guess about 6 or 8 weeks, and those boys came around because all they talked about was fighting, drugs, and they was very disobedient. But we got them to come around, and those boys did very well. Actually, when they left the program, they were more stable than the mother. And that was because me and Midwest worked with them closely, and well as the rest of the staff, we worked with those boys closely. And
What's their ages?
the age range from 13 to 14 to 15 to 16.
And so made some progress with them, and they had a lot of good things to say about you too at the end, right?
Yeah, they said a lot of good things about me. I was just like a big brother to them because I was there for them. I told them, call me anytime of night you need to talk to somebody. If you didn't feel like you could talk to your parents, call me. You need to have an outlet where you can reach someone else to talk to. And overall, they care more about being with Midwest Case Management is because doing these family strengthening things, we also provide meals, and these boys was eating healthy, and that was based on Rob and his wife. They were securing the meals there and everything, and I enjoyed the meals myself. So, but it was good. We was able to, with not only that one family, but we brought all kind of families back together with our wife teaching the smaller children in the family. Rob had the adults in the family, and I worked with the juvenile in the ages of 13 up to high school age. So it was overall good. We brought the family close together, and some of the children wanted to come back. And that's when we know that we were doing a good job, when the children wants to come back and be part of something they didn't have to be court ordered to do.
All right, well, hey, thanks a lot. We sure appreciate what you're doing at Midwest, and we know you make a lot of sacrifices. So just trying to let everybody know what we do and how big a part of it that you are.
All right.
Thank you, Elijah.
And you're welcome.